He was more than just a face on a t-shirt, more than a poster in a college dorm. Before the myth, there was the man. A man whose journey would ignite a fire of revolution that spread across the world, leaving behind a legacy as complex as it is enduring. This is the story of Ernesto Che Guevara, a name that became a symbol. It begins not with a rifle, but with a motorcycle. A young, idealistic medical student named Ernesto Guevara, alongside his friend Alberto Granado, embarked on a journey across South America. On their sputtering Norton 500, they didn't just see landscapes, they saw the harsh realities of their continent. They witnessed the crushing poverty of miners in Chile, the destitution of indigenous communities in Peru, and the exploitation of workers everywhere they went. This journey was a crucible, transforming the adventurous doctor in training. The sights of injustice and inequality profoundly changed him, planting the seeds of a radical ideology. He concluded that the only remedy for Latin America's deep-seated problems was not medicine, but armed revolution. The idealist was born, his purpose sharpened by the suffering he saw. This newfound conviction led him to Mexico City, a hub for political exiles. It was here, in 1955, that a fateful meeting occurred. He was introduced to a charismatic Cuban lawyer named Fidel Castro, who was plotting to overthrow the US-backed dictator Fulgencio Batista. Castro saw in Guevara a dedicated and disciplined mind, while Guevara saw in Castro the leader who could turn his revolutionary theories into action. He joined Castro's 26th of July movement, earning the nickname Che, a common Argentine colloquialism. After a disastrous initial landing in Cuba, the few survivors, including Che, retreated into the rugged Sierra Maestra mountains. Here, Che proved his mettle, evolving from a medic into a brilliant and ruthless guerrilla commander. He was instrumental in training troops, leading key battles, and ultimately marching into Havana in January 1959, sealing the victory of the Cuban Revolution. With victory secured in Cuba, Che's vision expanded. He believed that the Cuban Revolution was not an isolated event, but the first spark in a global fire against imperialism. He served as a key minister in the new Cuban government, but grew restless with the politics of statecraft. His heart remained in the struggle. In 1965, he left Cuba to export his brand of revolution abroad, first traveling to the Congo in Africa. He hoped to train and lead rebels against the pro-Western government, but the mission was a failure, plagued by internal divisions and a lack of revolutionary will among the local fighters. Undeterred, he set his sights back on his home continent, believing a successful revolution in the heart of South America could inspire a continental uprising. His chosen battleground was Bolivia. In the dense, unforgiving jungles of Bolivia, Che attempted to replicate the success of the Sierra Maestra. But this time, the conditions were different. The local peasantry was suspicious and unwilling to join his cause, and the Bolivian army, backed by CIA advisors and US Special Forces, was far more effective than Batista's. Isolated, starving, and hunted, his small band of guerrillas was systematically destroyed. In October 1967, he was wounded and captured. The following day, on the orders of the Bolivian president, he was executed in a dilapidated schoolhouse. Yet, in death, his influence only grew. The photograph of his lifeless body, resembling a martyred Christ, circulated the globe. Che Guevara was transformed from a fallen revolutionary into an eternal symbol, an icon of anti-establishment rebellion, youthful idealism, and the relentless fight for one's beliefs. His story is not just history. It's a legend that continues to challenge, provoke, and inspire.